Hi, and welcome to an introduction of One-Click Hangar. So One-Click Hangar has been for a long time just a plugin for SketchUp where you could create your own hangars. I have been working for quite some time now to create a web-based version where you can create hangars and more. So I'm trying to add more features that wouldn't be able to do in SketchUp. So in this part, I'm just going to go through some of the setup and what it looks like. So we have three panels. You have the main viewport panel. To the left, we have an actions menu. So I'm going to go through some of these as I go along. And we have an objects menu here. So the objects menu would be all the hangars you draw. And on the right, we have some information panels. They're all collapsible. So when you have an empty screen like this, we only have flattened areas and world origin. If I expand the world origin, you will see some information. I don't have any coordinates. You can save an existing one. You can clear world origin. You can load an existing one. You can set a world location. You can do it from a map or you can do it manually. You can also import an airport BGL, so an AFCAD file, and that will set the world origin for you. The default size of the plane that we see here is 5 by 5 kilometers. You can set this to whatever you want. In the global settings, you can set a default which is different to the 5 by 5 kilometers. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to find one airport. I haven't really thought about which one, and then I'm going to create a few hangars just to see what it looks like. So if we choose from map, so use OpenStreetMap, I'll go to Denmark. I think there's an airport in Aalborg. So I'll click this one here. So that's going to be set as a world origin. So a few things now that we can see is we can add satellite background imagery. We have also a few options to add a height map, which is more a visual thing. And in flattened areas, we can actually load in an airport outline. So I'm going to, we have two outlines that it's detected. So I'm going to add this as a flattened area, hopefully. That's quite big, as you can see, but that covers quite a big region. And next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to add some satellite imagery. So I'm going to collapse this one. I'm going to collapse this one too. So the satellite background imagery, you can choose, that's in the global settings, so you can choose between Google Maps and here. So Google Maps is not available, the API I use is not available in the EEA, so that's why you have here as an alternative. If I click load, it loads the first tile. I can use control and arrow. So a lot of this is used by keyboard shortcuts, but we have a few mouse shortcuts as well. So I can load this. So just add some more. I'll make sure that I look to the north. You can see you have a compass here as well. I go back here. I just want to add some tiles. I can even add tiles outside of the plane. So think I want to add as much as possible for this airport. I probably chose the wrong one. It's quite a lot bigger airport than I would normally do. But I just want to make sure that I cover all the files. Let's see. I'll just move around a bit. I prefer to be looking north when I add satellite tiles, just so I can just so I can get my bearings right. Right, so we've added actually quite a fair bit. Next thing I'm going to do, which is just a visual thing, is to load elevation data. One thing you can see as well here is that the coordinates have now been grayed out. That's because I've added satellite imagery. Another thing as well, if you choose a location which is close to where you've chosen one before, it will ask you to confirm if you want to have it as a new world origin, or if you want to load the one that's close to where you've chosen. So if I load the data, that can take some time. While we wait, I'll just wait for this to load in. So that's loaded. It has set the altitude now as well. It will also read the altitude if you load a BGL, or you can set it manually. And then I can render a height map, which, I mean, is Denmark, relatively flat. So you can see there isn't that much of a difference. You can see a few bumps. But when you render the height map, whatever you have selected as a flattened area will stay flat, which is important when you create your hangars. So if I go to over here, so we have a couple of hangars here. The one thing you do when you want to create a hangar, there are a few ways to do it. You can just click the create hangar, which will create it in the center, or if you want to create one here, you can right click and select create hangar here, or you can draw a hangar. So for this, which is what I call a standard hangar, I believe this is a hangar. I haven't actually checked the Google images or the maps, but I presume it is. So for a normal hangar, you just right click, draw hangar, draw the first line, and then so the first line is the front, and then you create the footprint of the hangar. So you can see up in the top top right, we have information about the hangar. We have the roof type, so it's a gabled roof, and it automatically calculates the height. And for the gable height, I think it uses a 5-degree slope as a standard, and it calculates how high the gable is. I can also right click and I can change the direction of the gable if it's running not front to back but left to right. I can also have an arched roof. I can have a flat roof. So I'm just going to draw this hangar here. So this is drawn without anything. Hold the mouse cursor over it and press F. It will focus on that particular hangar. It's selected there as well. So what I can do, I can draw a door. So I can right click. I can draw a door, and then holding control is actually centered. So I can see the door dimensions. So this is going to be 42 meters wide and 8.5 meters tall. So for this hanger, or hanger type, which is a what I call a standard hanger, I have set a standard door type, which you can do with the different options, how thick the door is, what kind of textures I am using, if it has a truss or not. But I can also change it to a sliding door, to a hydraulic swing door, to swing doors, etc. I can add animations, which I'm not going to do in this part. But I'm going to apply these changes to the hanger, close this. I could also copy that door to the back as well. If you have a hanger where you can drive through, then you can have the exact same door on the other side. So I'm just going to save this first. So one thing I'm going to do, and this is just a visual thing, is that I'm going to press V while I got the hanger selected. So that's going to remove the walls visually. They're still going to be there. And you can see some of the structures. So I can edit it, and I can choose what kind of beam structure I have. So these values here are all from the default values. So I can have more columns, so I can just add a few columns. I can decide if I want end wall columns. So you can see it adds different support columns as well. I can add beam bracing, so I can have like a V bracing, and I can have for both the roof and the walls. I can have it between all the different the beam rows. I can have it at the front and at the back. Same with this, at the front and the back. I can have different. I can have an X bracing. I can have A bracing, which is basically opposite of the X. So these are the things I can do, and it automatically calculates how many braces it should use, and that kind of depends on the number of beam rows you use. So if I use more beam rows, it might add more bracing. So you can see both down here and here that it adds more. Leave that as an X bracing. So for the purlins, we have 4 purlins per side, but I can add more purlins. I can select the size, the shape. I can add bracings. So if I zoom in, you can see that there are small braces as well holding up the purlins. I can add side rails, and I can move this up a bit. I can also add vertical rails. I can add them on the back wall as well, and I can add a texture. So I can select red steel for this one. So that's a hanger. I haven't textured the hanger itself, so I can edit a hanger, go to materials. I can select a floor texture, a wall texture, and a roof texture. And I can also add some roof eaves, so have a bit of an overhang. So that's the standard hanger. So I'm going to draw a couple of other things. Just one thing I'm going to do first is I'm going to move this over here. I haven't added any windows, but you can right click and add a window. You can add doors on whichever walls you want. You can add as many walls as you as many doors as you want as well. But what I can do is if I do Control-Shift-C, I can clone this one, and I can move this around. If I hold in Control, I can line it up. And if I want to, I can select both of them, and I can group them together. I can create group and select standard hangers. There you go. So that's so they're grouped now. So if I want to move them, or if I select them, it automatically selects both of them, and when I move them together. Same if I rotate them. So hold in Shift and use the mouse wheel. I can rotate them. So that's creating a standard hanger. So what I'm going to do now is just look at the different hanger options when you create them. So one thing you see in a lot in Germany are the so-called circular hangers. So if I draw a hanger here and select a radius, let's say this is 15 meters radius. If I hold in Control, it will create a circular hanger. It has automatically created a beam structure which looks like this. I can change this later, but I'm going to leave it as it is. And if you want to add a door or window, if I want to add a door, I just select how wide I want the door. And again here I have a sliding door, so if I want to just adjust it, it can slide to one side, it can slide to the other side, or it can be split. Work, of course. That's a bug I need to fix. So I can slide it to either side. Right, let's close this and click Cancel and discard changes. I'm just going to delete this, so just select it and click Delete. Right, I'm going to draw a couple of other hangers. Again, this is like a standard hanger, but if I hold in Shift, create an arched hanger. Delete this again. If I draw a hanger, I'm going to draw quite a long hanger, so this is 180 meters, and then if I hold in Control Shift, it creates a hanger row. I can add the number of sections, so I can increase it in this case to 7, so that to 8. So that's 8 by section. That's 22 meters. 22 meters wide, so I can increase this just by using the mouse wheel. A right click, I can create what's called a double hanger row. So this will have hanger sections on both sides with a wall in between, and then if I have an odd number, the last hanger will be a full hanger with doors on either side. I can right click again. So this is a stacked T hanger, and we have a stacked T hanger just the opposite way. Right click once more. You have a nested T hanger, and then nested T hanger the other way. Again, I can use the mouse wheel to decide how many sections I want, and we go back to hanger row. So I'm just going to do the T hanger. So this is going to be 10 meters, and I have 10 meters by 1575. If I click this, so it's automatically created all the doors. Might be a bit tall, this one. It looks a bit tall, but if I edit one of these doors, I can open it, and if I save this, that will be one open hanger. And you see some of the structures inside. These beams are very, very big, but you can add side rails. You can add this or change the thickness of these beams. So that's basically how you create some hangers. So thanks for watching, and if you like these videos, then please subscribe to the channel and leave a comment. Bye for now.